This summer, while most people were out enjoying the warm weather, road trips, and late-night bonfires, others were experiencing the scariest nights of their lives. These aren't light-hearted memories. They are nights filled with fear. What you're about to hear are 5 of the scariest true stories from this summer. It was July. 3 college friends decided to go camping in the Colorado mountains. They found a quiet spot near a lake, set up their tent, and spent the night roasting marshmallows by the fire. When they finally went to sleep, everything seemed peaceful. At around 2 in the morning, one of them woke up. He heard footsteps outside the tent. At first, he thought it was one of his friends. Then he realized both of them were asleep right next to him. The footsteps circled the tent, slow and deliberate. Then came heavy breathing. And then a whisper. A deep, raspy voice said, "I know you're in there." He froze. He didn't dare move. Suddenly, the zipper on the tent started sliding down. His heart raced. He nudged his friend awake. Just as the zipper was halfway open, one of them shouted and shined a flashlight at the flap. In an instant, whoever it was sprinted away into the woods. They could hear the footsteps fading in the distance. When morning came, they packed up and left. Later that week, they learned there had been reports of a man stalking campsites in that area. In June, a woman in Miami was heading home after a night out. She ordered an Uber. The driver seemed normal at first, friendly, talkative. The ride started out fine. But about 10 minutes in, she realized something was wrong. He wasn't following the GPS. He kept turning down smaller, darker streets. She asked if he was lost. He smiled and said, "Don't worry, I know a shortcut." Her stomach sank. The further they went, the more isolated the streets became. She quietly opened her phone, sent her location to a friend, and dialed 911. She whispered into the phone, hoping he wouldn't notice. Moments later, her phone rang. The police were calling back. The sound made the driver flinch. His smile disappeared. He slammed the brakes and yelled at her to get out. She ran. Seconds later, flashing red and blue lights appeared down the road. The man sped off into the night. Police caught him a few days later. They revealed he was wanted for several kidnapping attempts earlier that summer. In August, a family checked into a roadside hotel in Arizona. It was late, so they went straight to bed. Around 3 in the morning, the father woke up to a knock at the door. It was soft at first. He checked the peephole. No one was there. He waited. 5 minutes later, another knock. This time, he whispered through the door, asking who it was. For a moment, nothing. Then a deep voice answered, "Let me in. I need to come inside." His blood ran cold. He called the front desk. They told him no staff were on that floor. No one should be knocking on doors. Suddenly, the knocking grew louder, harder. The door shook with every bang. His kids woke up, crying. He held the phone, ready to dial 911. And then, silence. Just as fast as it started, it stopped. Security searched the floor. No one was there. The next morning, the front desk admitted something unsettling. Other guests had reported the exact same thing. Someone knocking on their doors in the middle of the night. But no one had ever been caught. One evening in July, 2 friends were walking on a quiet California beach. The sun had just set. The sand was nearly empty except for one man standing near the water. At first, they ignored him. But as they walked, they noticed something strange. Every time they looked back, he seemed closer. Eventually, the man started following them. Not running, just walking, keeping the same distance behind. By the time they reached the parking lot, they were filled with dread. They rushed to their car, only to find all 4 tires slashed. Panic set in. The man was now standing at the edge of the lot, watching, silent. They didn't wait. They ran across the street to a convenience store and called the police. By the time officers arrived, the man was gone. They never learned who he was or what he wanted. But the fact that he had prepared by disabling their car meant one thing. He had been waiting for them. It was August. A man was driving alone down a rural road in Texas. midnight was approaching. His phone had no service. The road stretched for miles with nothing but open fields on either side. Then, he saw it. A figure standing in the middle of the road. He swerved to avoid hitting it. When he looked back in the mirror, nothing was there. Shaken, he kept driving. A few minutes later, his headlights revealed the same figure up ahead. Still, waiting. This time, he slowed down, staring at it. It was a woman. Pale, motionless. But as soon as his lights hit her, she vanished. He didn't stop again. He drove until he reached the nearest gas station. When he told locals what he saw, they weren't surprised. They told him about a ghostly woman, seen on that road every summer, always appearing before an accident. From strangers in the woods, to eerie knocks on hotel doors, to ghostly figures on lonely roads. These stories prove that even in the warmest season of the year, darkness still finds a way in. For some, the summer of 2025 won't be remembered for vacations or laughter. It'll be remembered for nights filled with fear. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to like and subscribe for more real scary stories every week.